Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
In a world where toys come to life, they're two heroes.
Hell yeah.
Two rivals.
Don't even think about it, cowboy.
I don't like confrontations.
Too close to the edge.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got dibs on his head.
Now, to make it back home, they'll have to become two partners.
This is no time to panic.
This is the perfect time to panic. Buzz, will you get up here and give me a hand?
Toy Story. Rated G.
The boys are back in town. That's a weird choice.
Yeah, our YouTube video that isn't even uploaded yet has already been copyright stricken for that song in the trailer. But you know, live by the sword, die by the sword, I guess. Movie Life Crisis Season 5, Episode 20, Toy Story.
Toy Story. Great. Can't believe we made it all the way to Toy Story.
Dude, I am very excited about Toy Story for a number of reasons. It's the either number one or number two biggest movie of the year, depending on how you want to do your accounting. It didn't come out until Thanksgiving week, so in the actual year 95, it didn't earn as much as other movies. But if you take movies that released in 95's total box office runs, this is number one.
Yeah, killed.
Also, my son is who wasn't even born when we started this podcast, is about to turn 4, and this is the first podcast movie that he and I have watched together.
Nice.
Because they did a 30th anniversary screening of it, and he came home from, he went to see his freaking cousins with my wife, and he was, wiped out. I was like, why don't we go to a movie? And my wife's like, that's great, see you later on. And so he and I sat in a theater with, 8 people and ate a freaking huge bowl of popcorn, and, he loves Toy Story, and I was having a blast, so that was positively delightful.
Nice.
And then also,
freaking
Toy Story.
I love me some Toy Story, too.
So
I gotta be honest. I would have sat there with you and ate a big bowl of popcorn also.
Yeah, it was amazing. And the cool thing is because he's 3, the movie ticket for him is way less. No, it's not the same price. $16 for him to get in there. And then it was 15 something. And it was 17 something for me. They're doing me a favor. It's $1.50 off. He's sitting in my lap. He's eating my food. There's nobody in the theater. I wonder why the movies aren't doing so well. They do $1 movies during the summer, during the daytime, but this one they're no, full price, bitches, hand it over.
Yeah, I like the $5 summer things that we used to do when the kids
they were doing
really
$1 summer movies, but it was all shit that I didn't think he really was going to want to see. But anyway, we've been we were Toy Story last year for Halloween. We still got the costumes. We're doing it again. So we've been in the groove. We do Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3.
Who do you dress up as? Buzz?
No, I'm Bullseye. He's Woody's horse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Wolf is Woody, my wife is Jessie, and then I'm Bullseye. So I get to wear a horse costume, which is fun because that's the heaviest and also the hottest.
Yeah. That's all right. It's October. It's really cool outside. It was in the 90s.
If it's a costume I don't have to come up with, and my wife purchased it, and I just stand in there, zip in there, and start sweating, that's great. I'm
Plastic
cool with
mask, rubber band, staple holding it on.
Yeah.
Or snap.
I don't recall Superman wearing a jacket. But yeah, man, so the challenging part for the podcast is that we've seen all the movies so many times so recently is that I was having a real hard time. I was going I really like this quote. And I was like, shit, that's Toy Story 2.
Yeah, I was having that problem.
I had to go into the internet to figure out when did this bit happen.
Right. Yeah. I wanted to do a lot of the Toy Story 2 stuff because, I saw that one 5 times in the theater. I thought it was awesome.
Oh, dude, their standard issue slotted pig. The Toy Story 2 is freaking great.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, man. But Toy Story 1, also great.
Yeah, it is. Plus, this turned Pixar into a powerhouse, man. This thing made sure that Pixar kills it.
Dude, I was doing my research, and I was like, you could do a whole season of this podcast just about Toy Story, the casting, the production, the animation style, the Pixar Steve Jobs, Disney story, all of that shit is crazy. And a lot of it I kind of knew, but didn't really know. I was like, man, just the movie in and of itself is incredible. It's one of the, I think there's 5 movies in 1995 that have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is one of them. Yeah. And they're almost, if you read the list, it's art house shit no one's ever heard of that 3 people gave 100 to.
Not this, though.
And then this.
This is not art house, yeah.
This is... Yeah, but it wins a bunch of stuff. It spawns a zillion sequels. The voice cast is freaking incredible.
Yeah, it really is. And the weird thing to me is like thinking about it now, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the answer. I would have picked that person to do that. But I don't know that I picked that. Other than like Woody and Buzz, like, do you pick Jim Varney to be Slinky Dog? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And
like
Jim Varney is perfect casting.
To me, the
crazy one is Buzz, because they let like 30 people read for Buzz, and they offered it to Billy Crystal, and he's like, I don't think that's going to work. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And then after it did work, he's like, do you have any more of those? And they're like, yeah, you can be in Monsters, Inc.
It's Wazowski with one eye. Yeah.
But yeah, so like, and it's great. Tim Allen is great, but I wouldn't have picked him. But the only reason they did is because they bred a whole bunch of people, and he was doing Home Improvement, which was on ABC, which was Disney.
Yeah.
They're like, we already work with this guy. Let's have him come over.
Let's have him do the thing. Dude, and it worked. It works.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Quick synopsis.
A cowboy dog gets jealous of a new space toy, and they go on a wild adventure to reunite with their owner.
Yeah. Dude, and reading the early drafts of this, just the whole like toys come to life when you're not looking aspect, I was like, this movie could have been creepy as shit.
Yeah, it could have been a horror movie for sure. And also the first draft I was reading, like just stuff about it. Woody, it was pretty dark. Woody was like a lot darker. They had to change it up.
This is one of those that when you read the story about the production, you're like, dude, I can't believe this movie turned out to be any good at all, much less as good as it was, because there was so much, there were so many rewrites, and like John Lasseter, the Pixar guy who writes and directs this, is working on it for like 10 years. He has a short that he adapts, and then Disney gets involved, and Katzenberg from Disney's like, you want to work with us? You're probably not going to like it that much, because I have a lot of ideas, and I don't care about your ideas.
Right.
And like, dude, just like 9 writers and a bunch of reshoots and a bunch of recuts. Yeah. And then it ends up being amazing. It's like, how did that happen?
Yeah, and honestly, as I'm reading it, and they're like, oh yeah, Woody was really super unlikable. He was like sarcastic, and he was a tyrant, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, I don't know. Why would you even do that? Why would you even write that the first time through?
Apparently, Tom Hanks even said at one point when they were recording, he's like, Woody's kind of turning into a dick. And they're like, yeah, we're going to work on that. Like, they put the movie on hiatus, and they sent the animators to work on like commercials while they figured it out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. $30 million budget, $374 million gross, so a 12x multiplier. Biggest movie of the year, or second biggest, depending on how you want to do your accounting. Like, saved Pixar, made Steve Jobs a billionaire for the first time, completely revamped how movies are done animation-wise, and then also the like casting of celebrities instead of voice actors. Like, they were kind of doing that before, but this one was full on. There were no just voice actors. It was all celebrities.
Right. Yeah.
So like a huge touch point in animation and also in movie history that turns out to be great and win awards and make shit boxes of money.
Right. Yeah, it made a ton of awards and a bunch of spinoffs. You're right. It went hard after that.
The funny thing is, it's weird now that maybe I was like this as a kid. I don't think I was, but now, like, especially being an adult who has a kid, like, now I feel guilty if my kid's toys are not being played with.
Thinking about that too long creeps me out.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, the whole thing, like, I mean, of course he turns around and says something to Sid, but, like, of all the other times, they literally just, like, Andy's coming, and it just drops to the ground. Yeah. Like, just thinking that right now in the other room are some toys that my daughter's not playing with or moving around.
Yeah.
Like, that's freaking creepy.
It's, well, it makes me think of a couple things. One is the Marie Kondo, like, does it spark joy, you know, cleaning thing that happened like 5-6 years ago. Yeah. But her thing was like, and I've read this other places, but it's like a sock wants to be worn. Its purpose is to keep your foot warm and to keep your shoes from getting stinky. So like if you have socks that you're not wearing, they're not fulfilling their purpose. You should just give them to someone who can do that. Right. And I'm like, that's a super weird way to think about clothing, but it helps me get rid of stuff. I'm like, this shirt wants to be worn. It doesn't want to sit in my closet all the time. Let me just give that away to someone who can let it fulfill its life's purpose.
I don't think about socks like that. I got a lot of socks.
You should read that book.
Yeah, I don't
know.
I'm not out of sock room. I still have room in my sock drawer. So like, it's not like I'm full up on socks.
You could take on some more socks. Well, the other thing I think about is, remember the first episode of Community, and Joel McHale is talking about like, he just like a little speech with the pencil. He's like, the amazing thing about human beings is we have the ability to like make anything have a personality. He's like, if I take
Yeah.
this pencil and I tell you this pencil's name is Fred, and then I do this, and he snaps the pencil, and the whole room's like,
Everybody's like, yeah.
and this,
Surely.
I keep thinking about that during this movie too, because I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, just
yeah.
the fact that all the, but I do say that to Wolf. I'm like, hey man, I'm like, you don't really play with these toys anymore. Like, let's give them to someone else because so that way someone else could use them. Someone else
Yeah.
can play with them.
Absolutely, dude. We have a whole thing where we have a separate box that we make before Santa gets here, and his elves take that box away to kids who need it.
Yeah.
So Santa can bring more stuff that we don't play with.
Yeah.
That cost $11 billion. So, yeah. yeah. Oh, big time. Big time.
Yeah. Did you get some awards?
Yeah, I was going to say awards. First of all, John Lasseter, he got a Special Achievement Academy Award
Yeah.
for this one. But also, Academy Award nominations: Best Original Screenplay. This is the first animated film in that category. Best Original Score for Randy Newman. Best Original Song, You've Got a Friend in Me, Randy Newman. A ton of accolades. Golden Globe nominations for Best Picture and Best Song. Annie Awards, stuff like that. It got a lot of them. The National Film Registry selected it for preservation in 2005. So that's
the Special Achievement Academy Award, I wanted to talk about that for a second because I was like, what the hell is that? I'm like, that sounds like you did such a good job, we want to give you an Oscar even though you're not eligible for an Oscar.
Right.
And I was like reading about it, I was like, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
They just like the Academy of Motion Pictures just goes, this is an achievement to film, even though there's no category for it, well, we want to award it anyway. But it's like usually it's for like groundbreaking type stuff. But
right. That's
how big a deal this movie was in '95.
Yeah.
They're like, we have to make up an Oscar to give to the guy who came up with this.
Yeah. No, that's friggin' pretty sweet.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was like the J.D. Power and Associates, where it's like you just pay enough money and they
Right.
give you that.
You get on the list,
But that's
just
not
for
it.
no.
Yeah.
That's why this podcast doesn't have any of those. We'd be scraping.
We
some
could
cash
though.
together.
We could make them up now. Just the J.D. Power and Associates strongest podcasts out of Louisiana.
I was just looking. J.D. Power doesn't give any podcasting awards, but
Yeah, they don't. But we could probably win the best truck.
I might write in on that.
Best pickup.
Yeah. Dude.
Sequels and spinoff. They had Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4. There's a ton of Toy Story shorts, which your
Bunch of
kid
shorts.
would actually love if he hasn't seen any of them.
Yep.
The one with the Hawaiian vacation, God, it's so funny, dude. And like Partysaurus Rex, like all of those little shorts, my kids used to watch incessantly. Then they had like another like spinoffs, like Lightyear, the one
Lightyear,
where,
which was not that good.
I got to be honest though. There's a part where, oh God, who is what we do in the shadows? He's the director.
Taika
He did
Waititi?
Thor. Yeah, Waititi. He plays one of the characters, and they're talking about making a sandwich, and they go, yeah, ham, and then you put bread, and then ham on the outside. They're like, ham on the outside? Wouldn't your fingers get all wet? And they're like, yeah, juicy fingers. That's the best part. Every time Cece gets stuff on her hands, she's like, juicy fingers. It's the best part.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
the
saying
only
Lightyear
part
didn't have
that-
some good parts, but on the whole, as a movie,
on the whole, it
was
wasn't. Yeah,
disappointing.
but that part, dude, she'll remember that movie forever because of that. They also had a Buzz Lightyear cartoon. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, they did, and their Toy Story 5 is in development / pre-production.
Yeah.
One of the cool things about the Toy Story like extended universe is that other than the theatrical releases, Toy Story 2, 3, and 4, I think every other Woody for like the shorts and the video games and stuff like that, commercials, are voiced by Tom Hanks' brother.
Nice.
Which is
Sounds
pretty
just
awesome.
like him.
It's close enough that you don't know.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess we should mention at Disney World, there's Toy Story Land with a Buzz Lightyear ride and a Toy Story Mania ride, which is a blast.
Nice.
All that stuff too. Oh, and a Slinky Dog roller coaster.
Yeah, all the all the theme park stuff. Jim Hanks, Tom Hanks' brother, does
That's freaking sweet. Sounds
all
just
that
like
stuff.
him. Sounds just like him. So where'd you see this? Did you see this in the theater?
I saw it in the theater 2 days ago. In 1995, I don't remember.
I remember seeing this
don't-
in the theater.
Do you? Because I was going to say I was 15 when this comes out in the theaters. I can't imagine that I was like, "Hey, it's Thanksgiving, Dad. Let's go see a movie an animated movie in the theaters." But I might have.
I can remember it was probably ABC, not thinking back, knowing how the umbrella of Disney works. But
Yeah.
on TV one night, it was my dad was flipping through the channels and he stopped because it was a Disney thing and it had computer animation. It was like the wire frame of Buzz was walking on the screen, and he stopped because I was kind of into that computer stuff. So we watched the whole thing, and I was like, we got to see that. That's a whole movie made with computers. I got to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So I totally remember going to see that in the theater. I was definitely old enough to see a rated R version of this movie if it was rated R. But I did. I saw it in the theater, and I remember liking it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Even though I was when did Toy Story 2 come out? 99,
99, I think, or 98.
Yeah, I was way in college and still went and saw that in the theater. I can remember loving that too.
Well, we just watched Toy Story 4 with Wolf this weekend.
Yeah.
And my wife was like looking over his shoulder. She's like, "Did you ever see this?" I was like, "I saw this in theaters. I was like 30." Yeah. Or however old I was when that came out. Like I was
right.
I was up in that. Like don't
Yeah.
like I've been about that life. Don't come asking me.
Oh man, I love Forky. Forky's my jam.
I know, dude. But
You're trash
Buster
like
Bluth.
me now. All right, so what'd you rate it? Now wait, before I get your number,
Yeah.
I have two numbers written down.
Okay.
I have a number that I rate this movie, and then another number that I rate this movie now having seen number 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. So
Yeah,
am I rating this now, 30 years later, having seen the other ones, or am I rating it based just on this movie individually? Like, because isn't that what you kind of do? Like when you're rating a movie, say like, well, it's not Star Wars. Kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I don't know.
I think we usually, I mean, it's up to us to how we rate our movies. I think we
Right.
typically say that like we're rating them on like what's our enjoyment level watching them right now,
Yeah.
or like what's
Okay.
for me anyway. It's like
Right.
if I look through my ratings, movies that are 10s are like I'll watch that shit absolutely anytime, any day.
Right.
If it finishes and it starts again, I'll watch it again.
Watch it again. Yeah, yeah.
And like 8 and above is like happy to freaking watch that anytime. And then like,
Right.
and then like into the 6s, I'm like, I'd check that out if the mood strikes me. But for me,
Right.
that's it's like my like,
That's pretty close to
how
what
excited
I'm
am I to watch it number is how I think
Right,
of
right.
it.
Got it. So what'd you give this?
So I gave this a 9.5.
Nice. Nice.
I don't like it as much as Toy Story 2. I've been saying that for
Yeah.
30 years.
Yeah,
but,
me too.
But watching it just a bunch, like with my kid and reading the freaking book and doing all the singing "You Got a Friend in Me" like for nonstop. Dude,
Yeah.
this movie's so good, and
It's
there's
way
very
good.
little that I don't like about it. And the fact that a 4-year-old and a 45-year-old can both be completely engrossed by a movie,
And watch it together, yes.
yeah, and like I've seen it 30 times, like dude,
Right.
that's. And then like
It's
so
a
that's
sign of a good movie.
yeah, and then also like factoring in, like it's basically a 4-quadrant movie that prints money and wins a bunch of awards and spawns a bunch of sequels. And it's like that's like even if I was like it's okay, I'd have to give it a little nudge just because of that.
Yeah, just because it's amazing and it's everywhere.
But I
dude,
mean, we're not to Toy Story 2 yet. That's going to probably be a 10 out of 10. But this was because it's not quite there. I give it a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10.
Turn into the spin, Barbie. Yeah, dude, I gave it a 9.0. Same thing for me. Knowing how awesome Toy Story 2 is, and I was thinking about that movie while I was watching this one, so I know it's going to be ranked higher. But the whole time I was watching it, I was keeping in mind that this is the first time computer animated for everything. The cast, how awesome it is. Dude, it was freaking great. Like people walking through the room. Cece's walking through the room. She'll stop and watch for a couple seconds before she realizes what she was supposed to be doing. Jake getting all sidetracked while he's trying to do homework because I'm watching it in the living room. Everybody loves these guys. There's no reason to not like it. I can't even imagine somebody like, nah, it's not for me.
Well, the only thing I can think of is there's some people who, like my wife, who just is like, I don't like animated movies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's dumb. But then, like, I'm the same guy who will say right after that, like, I don't like black and white movies.
Yeah.
And people go like, "That's dumb." I'm like, "I know it's dumb," but if I try to watch one, I just go like, I don't want to watch this. I don't like it.
It could be better.
Like, I've just decided I'm not into it, and I'm like, why are there so few colors? This is boring. Yeah, but my wife will be like, I don't like animated movies, and she's like, why don't we watch Archer while we're having dinner? I'm like, that's animated.
That's different animated.
Yes, indeed it is.
Yeah, dude. I get that a lot too. Kat doesn't like. She doesn't like animated stuff very much. She'll watch these Disney movies and things like that. I put on Archer or like Family Guy or Simpsons.
Yeah.
She's like, "This is dumb. Turn this off." So,
yeah, dude, but like because this is such a ridiculously good movie, trying to come up with scenes and quotes and characters.
yeah,
Holy
it was
hell,
tough for me.
That was a rough one.
I did narrow it down though. What's your first best scene?
Yeah, top 3 scenes. My first one I had was I'm cramming them together a little bit. The gas station fight, and then Pizza Planet.
Oh yeah,
Like those are technically different scenes, but they all happen as part of the same like sequence. And this, I just like the whole like Woody freaking finds Buzz. He's like, "Get that you're safe." He's like cleaning the bug off of his helmet. He's like, "We'll just go back. We'll explain to everybody it was an accident." And Buzz hits him with I don't promote the idea of revenge on my planet. And Woody's like, that's great. He's like, but we're not on my planet, are we?
Ah, man. And the friggin' Pizza Planet truck has been in every Pixar movie since then, too, by the way.
Dude, the Pizza Planet truck. And also that I couldn't make that just one of my scenes, but the fact that, negative, Sheriff, there are no restraints in the cargo area. He freaking sits next to the pizza, buckles himself in, and Woody's in the back getting smashed by the toolbox. God.
One of my honorable mentions was when they go to the actual Pizza Planet and they're in the thing with the claw.
Yeah,
the claw,
and I wanted to capture that whole bit, so that may be cheating, but that's the bit.
That's nice. Dude, what was the name of the gas station? It's the one from Cars.
It was like it's like Dino something.
Dynaco, maybe?
Dynaco.
I think that's what it is. I like how they made that carryover. Dude, my first one was the staff meeting, or whatever you want to call it, right in the beginning.
Oh, that's great.
Where he gets the friggin' little microphone, and he's like,
the Mr. Microphone,
making him walk closer. Dude, it establishes the world perfectly. It sets up all the different characters. Like the Etch-a-Sketch is there, and the freaking Tinker Toys, and they're talking about all of the thing like plastic corrosion and battery corrosion, and getting a moving partner, and like, dude, I love it. And then that leads right into the recon mission where the army men have to use the old school baby monitor to tell them exactly what the presents were. That's freaking great.
And the Army sergeant is voiced by R. Lee Ermey. The voice cast here is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Dude, the staff meeting is great because what he's doing, that he's like walking around and then he has to keep tugging on the Mr. Microphone so he can like waddle over there next to him, and he's got the spell, like putting out the little messages.
Spell, yeah.
And he's like, I thought last week's presentation on plastic corrosion was I think one of our best ever. Like just doing like boring PTA meeting shit. Oh man.
I loved the whole thing, and how he was like standing up on a thing above everybody and making sure, and then everybody left when they hurt. Dude, it was great.
I also like how they got you get to see like some of the, because one of my quotes is from that scene, but you get to see all the different characters and the toys. They licensed a lot of the toys for the movie. Some of them they couldn't. Like they tried to, like Bo Peep, Joss Whedon was trying to make Barbie, but Mattel was like, no, you can't have Barbie for that.
Yeah.
And then Barbie's in the second one because Mattel was like, we got to get in this.
We had to get part of that. Right.
But dude, there's even the freaking joke when it's when Buzz lands there and they're like Ham and Potato Head and Rex are talking to him. He's like, this is quality control. He's like, where are you from? He's like, Singapore? He's like, I'm from Hasbro. He's like, I'm from Mattel. I was like, God dang it. That's great writing.
That's what I'm saying. And
then Rex is like, actually, I'm not from Mattel. I'm from a small imprint that was made it was
freaking Rex
purchased in a leveraged buyout. Wallace Shawn.
Yeah, Wallace Shawn. So good. Oh man, yeah.
Dude, I don't know how many of the things in this movie were nods to other movies. Like some of them obviously were. Like there was the toolbox in Sid's room said Benford Tools.
Benford,
that's clearly a nod. Yeah. One of the books on the shelf in Andy's room is written by Jay Lasseter, who's the guy who writes and directs this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like some of it was like Rex is talking about, what if he gets a dinosaur, like a scary dinosaur? Like, I just don't think I could take that kind of rejection.
Yeah.
I was like, is that a Back to the Future reference?
Dude, CC caught that because we've been watching that. Yeah, dude, that's great. Yeah, I first of all, let me just say, Don Rickles' Potato Head was genius. But the stuff that he was saying, I just, like, what's not to love about Don Rickles, first
Potato
of all?
Head and Ham, John Ratzenberger, were just kill me.
Yeah. Those two with Rex playing off of the other two. Oh, God, it's freaking... This whole thing's genius. That's why they can keep making more of them, because they're so funny.
I know.
They're so good.
I know.
What's your second one?
My second one is when Buzz realizes he's a toy. Buzz and Woody are trapped in Sid's house.
Yeah.
And they're planning an escape, and he gets like locked in the den with Sid's crappy father, who's like passed out in front of the TV, and he sees a commercial for Buzz Lightyear, and he realizes that what Woody has been telling him all along is true. He actually is a toy.
Yeah.
And he just has an existential crisis, and he just melts down. And he tries to fly. He tries to fly. He does not. He crashes. And then he's drinking tea and he's missing an arm and he's acting like he's drunk for some reason, but it freaking cracks me up.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Nesbitt. He was killing it. That was my third one.
Oh God. That's freaking so funny.
Buzz, I could really use a hand, and he fucking throws his arm up there. I just, the whole time was great. Also, I wanted to put that scene in there because right before that, when the Sid's toys start coming out.
Yeah, dude.
That is some creepy stuff. I mean,
the weird thing watching it with a almost 4-year-old is like he's not scared by that, and I'm like, you should be scared by that. That's freaky.
You should be scared.
But like he doesn't like.
I was just about to say, if you're so young that it doesn't scare you, that's good, and if you're so old that it doesn't scare you, that's good. But man, I tell you, there's some 13-year-olds that get freaked out.
He doesn't like Scud when Scud's like trying to get Buzz and Woody. He's like, I don't like that part. But he's fine later on when they chase him. But yeah, dude, it's weird because he'll ask me. He'll be like, we'll be like on the playground. He's like, Papa, are you scared of dinosaurs? I'm like, no, I'm not scared of dinosaurs. He's like, are you scared of like whatever, like kitties? I'm like, no, I'm not scared of kitties. I'm like, I'm scared of like all kinds of stuff. I'm just not scared of those things. So he'll be like, are you scared of? And it'll be like something from a book. I'm like, no, because that's not real. That's not.
Yeah,
I'm scared of like you falling on the slide or like, stuff like that. Or like me needing surgery and not having health insurance. I'm scared of those things. I'm not scared of dinosaurs. Although when it's time to watch Jurassic Park, we might come back around on that.
We might revisit that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, Mrs. Nesbitt was my second one because
God,
Sid's sister's headless dolls and the delirious drunk Mrs. Nesbitt was great.
Well, in reading about the movie, it was originally going to be like Woody was going to be like a ventriloquist doll, and then Buzz was going to be a G.I. Joe, and then Hasbro was like, you can't do G.I. Joe, and they're like, fine, we'll just make it something else, and they go, just make it a space toy. And they're like, God, the ventriloquist doll's getting kind of creepy. I'm like, yeah, of course it is. And like, I can tell you from Toy Story 4, they're super creepy.
Yeah, when it just sits there.
So they go like, let's make it a cowboy doll. And they're like, oh, that's great because that gives us the cowboy and the spaceman. Like they have like a natural conflict. And then Disney, I think, is like, it needs to be like a buddy comedy. Make it a buddy comedy and make them totally different. And so they're doing all these rewrites and like, oh, make the spaceman like think he's actually a spaceman and not a toy. And then like that's his conflict.
Yeah.
Like you can see all this stuff coming around. Like,
that's great.
God, any one of those things that goes another way, it would have made it a way different, way worse movie.
What if we would have had if it's going to be a buddy comedy, can we have Woody be Chris Tucker and then Jackie Chan be Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah.
Just redo that. Johnson. Come on, Johnson.
We're playing. Which one of y'all kick me? Anybody need me? I'll be working a big case for the FBI.
When little Pinky get blown off, everybody tripping.
Take that badge, shove it up your ass.
All up in your head.
What's your third scene?
My third one is when Buzz gets there and he gives a demo and he thinks he's in there and they show from the inside of his helmet and you can see the reflection of his face and he's like looking at the readings and he's like tapping the gauges and checking them. Doesn't seem to be breathable air.
Intelligent life anywhere.
And dude, he does the laser and the walk he does with the laser when he's keeping it on Woody and he's like squatting down, burned into my brain. I freaking love it.
The other Buzz, the newer Buzz in Toy Story 2 that's doing that through the whole thing, he's like doing the military stuff. It's genius. All that.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
That's a great one. I love that one. That's the one where they're talking about, I'm from Mattel. It's like, well, not actually Mattel. I'm from a third-party company that was purchased as part of a leveraged buyout. My third scene is the final chase sequence, going from they rescue Buzz, Sid's toys come back alive, give him the scare of a lifetime, scare him into being a garbage man.
Yeah.
And then like Buzz and Woody are chasing down everything. They get, because I was thinking about it when I was watching it this weekend in the movie theater for the 9 billionth time.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, just when Buzz rescued Woody, that could have been the end of the movie. But then they took it up. They took it up a level.
They took it up.
And then the dog is chasing them. They took it up another level. And then Woody goes in and gets RC, and RC rescues Buzz. They take it up another level.
Yeah.
And then Potato Head's like, throw him overboard. And they throw Woody out. They take it up another level. RC's battery dies. They take it up another level.
And I was like, the thing,
I was like, the suspense is killing me. It reminded me of the Futurama episode where Calculon was about to deliver a line, and then the kid shorted out, and Bender was like, whoever's directing this is a master of suspense.
Oh, man.
And then, dude, he goes to strike the match, and the match gets blown out. They take it up another level. I was like, this is insane. But I think that's such a satisfying ending to the movie, even though there's like one scene after that.
There's always that one little scene that wraps it all up where the mom's sitting out front looking at the thing that carries all the suitcases at the airport on number 2. And she's like talking to the neighbor and she's like, I don't know how this got here. The toys drove it there. That kind of stuff's great. Yeah. Dude, who doesn't love the thing? He's trying to hold Slinky and Slinky's trying to hold on to him the whole time. And you're right. Tons of suspense. I like it.
That's amazing. Also, I didn't put it in my scenes, but I got to shout out, this is the first animated movie I can ever remember seeing have outtakes in the credits, animated outtakes that were so good. I mean, maybe it's Toy Story 2 that happens in.
That is Toy Story 2, but the boom light keeps coming in and
because like Kelsey Grammer's like farting in his box. And like, I guess that's why they call me Stinky Pete. That's Toy Story 2. Put a pin in that for 3 years. But God,
and he's like shaking hands, and he was like, "Oh, and you're both twins. I see. All right." That's so great,
dude. Because I remember Woody falling into the role of like masking tape, and then he's like, he gets stuck. Oh, Jesus.
And then he stands up and hits his head on the boom mic. That's great.
All right,
that's great.
Not even from this movie. That's how good it was. All right.
I know.
Dude, there's a bunch of really quotable lines. There's no like "I'll be back" quotable lines, but my top 3. My first one is from Ham, John Ratzenberger. I don't believe that man's ever been to medical school.
Yes,
that one always cracks me. I always forget it's coming, and it always cracks me up. Sid is operating on the toys. He puts on a freaking mask, and he's like got out scissors. And Ham they're washing him through the window. God.
Dude, Ratzenberger kills it. He's good in all the Pixar movies he's in. Yeah. Which is all of them. Yeah. Dude, I felt weird not putting To Infinity and Beyond.
I know.
So I threw that in there as mine because
nice.
It's like a global catchphrase. It's everywhere. It's everybody. Like if you say To Infinity, everybody's going to say and Beyond. So I threw that as my first one because it's kind of a throwaway because I was having trouble.
Absolutely. I think that's a great call. What's your second?
My second one is Mr. Potato Head is moving his parts around. And he's like, look at me, I'm a Picasso. And they didn't get it, and they walked off, and he called them uncultured swine. Yeah. I've said that numerous times. Every time I say something in school and they don't get it, I just call them uncultured swine under my breath. So that's my second one.
The great thing about that is that is also my second one because my kid thinks it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
And he'll just say, "You uncultured swine." And then I say, "What are you looking at, you hockey puck?" And then when I'm researching it, I realize that line is even more brilliant than I thought because first of all, Potato Head is actually looking at a hockey puck when he says it.
Nice.
Fine. But we go even deeper because Don Rickles, who voices Mr. Potato Head, actually used to do that in Roast, call people hockey pucks.
Nice.
Like it's a nod to a Don Rickles bit. I was like, Jesus, it's even smarter than I thought.
Don Rickles, I wish I could watch him and not feel like bad. Like I know like it's, like shock comedy and he says stuff like, it's supposed to make you cringe, but golly, it's brutal watching some of those old things. But I love him in this. And his wife, she comes in at the end and she's in number 2, Estelle Harris.
Estelle Harris. Yeah, my wife asked me when we were watching one of the mini Toy Stories. She's like, "Is that the mom from Seinfeld?" I was like, "Yeah, that's George's mom. It's Estelle Harris." Another, again, perfect casting. Yeah, Don Rickles is like one of the most like renowned insult comics of all of our entire lives. And
but he doesn't just insult people like, "Hey, nice shirt."
No,
he's like, he's dropping like racial slurs and it's like, I can't tell if you're Asian or you're squinting to see me. I was like, good God, man, can you say that? This wasn't that long ago.
He was born in like 1926. He was saying all kind of stuff. I mean, he died in 2017.
Yeah.
But even at like
still.
85, he was still dropping shit like that. But yeah, he is a legendary comic.
Yeah, he kills it in this.
And his mouth is like 9 miles wide.
Yeah.
If you look at a picture of him, it looks like he could eat a taco without ever turning it to the skinny bit.
Just put it straight in.
Now that he's dead, I can safely make fun of him because I don't want to catch any of that back.
Yeah, you're gonna.
It's like Eminem. You don't go at Eminem. Just keep your mouth shut. Like Eminem go after his own mama.
Wait till Eminem's dead too, and then you can say all you want.
Dude, I'll say it right now because I love Eminem. I got nothing bad to say about him. But yeah, that's my third one. What are you looking at, you hockey puck?
Nice. I put Buzz where he says you're a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
I looked at that one.
I love that one. Number 2, I'm gonna need 40 quotes, but
oh yeah.
In the meantime, that's my 3.
All right, best 3 characters. Who's number 1?
I gotta go with Tom Hanks and Woody.
Yeah, man.
Just
Woody.
He goes from great character arc from jealousy to insecurity to friendship, teaches kids selflessness, all of that stuff. And he's super good at what he does. He's a great voice actor.
Yeah, man. He is incredible. And we've talked about it before because we've done a bunch of Tom Hanks movies, but like we're in the middle of a run. You can make some arguments, like Jim Carrey doing Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, and like The Mask back to back to back in the same year is pretty well untouchable. But Tom Hanks, like 92, Radio Flyer, A League of Their Own, 93, Sleepless in Seattle, Philadelphia, Best Actor. 94, Forrest Gump, Best Actor again. 95, Apollo 13 and Toy Story. 96, That Thing You Do, which he also writes and directs. Like, dude, takes 97 off. Well deserved. But 92 to 96 is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, he kills it. Here's my question, though.
That's 2 Academy Awards, 8 writing and directing, and 2 Best Actor Oscars, and like a couple $1 billion in box office.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. When you look at Woody and you think about it, you know it's Tom Hanks. But do you picture Tom Hanks when you're watching this one? Because that's how I feel like he's a good actor.
I say that all the time. The reason that he's my favorite actor is that I've seen him in freaking 60 movies, and I never think like, hey, look, there's Tom Hanks. I'm always like, that's the Castaway guy.
Yeah.
Or like, that's Woody, or that's Jimmy Dugan. I never think, like, he just disappears into a role. Meanwhile, I'm like, hey, look, there's Tom Cruise as a pilot. There's Tom Cruise as a drug smuggler. There's Tom Cruise fighting aliens. Like, I'd never think that I don't even remember the names of any of the characters. I'm like, it's Tom Cruise. He's a lawyer in this one.
Tom Cruise, the lawyer.
Yeah.
Keanu, Dracula.
Yeah, nothing against Tom Cruise. He makes a movie, I go watch it. But I'm saying, like, he doesn't disappear into a role. That's fucking Tom Cruise right there.
Yeah,
But Tom Hanks is always whoever he's playing.
Killing it. I picked Woody first. Who's your second?
I had to give it to Tim Allen.
Yeah, I did too.
I would not have picked him, but he's such a good Buzz, and it's such a good counterpoint for Woody. And also, I mean, we've talked about this before. If you need someone to spout off like jargon, Dan Aykroyd's your number one pick. But I think Tim Allen could be in the mix because he's great at that. Like when he's trying to fix his freaking cardboard box space shuttle and he's asking for the Scotch tape, whatever word he's like.
Yeah.
Like, I got it. But whatever the word it was freaking cracking me up.
I like his straight, no nonsense, like, I don't want to say military, but that's kind of what it sounds like. Like, he sounds like a police officer when he's doing his thing, and that's what he was supposed to be, and he kills it.
Yeah.
Which is way different than what he is on Home Improvement.
Yeah. No, and dude, I like in Toy Story 2, they give another Home Improvement nod. He's like walking the aisles of Buzz Lightyear's, and he's got the tool belt, and he's like, oh, gotta get one of those.
I need one of those. Standard issues.
They're standard issue, slotted pig.
Oh, man.
The third character was the hardest to pick because the whole supporting cast is absolutely like Don Rickles is Potato Head, Jim Varney is Slinky Dog, Wallace Shawn is Rex, John Ratzenberger's Ham, Annie Potts is Bo Peep, Laurie Metcalf is Andy's mom, Arlie Ermey is the sergeant.
Yeah.
Everybody is crushing it.
Everybody's good. Even in the newer ones, when they're adding more people, they're only picking bangers. Like, everybody's good in all the things. Dude, I went with Potato Head because I couldn't not do Don Rickles.
Potato Head and Ham
pick.
are my favorites, and so I went with Ham. So I'm glad we got both of them captured.
Nice.
And the only reason is because I actually think Potato Head, the character, is kind of a dick.
He's kinda.
He's
definitely
not.
Is.
He is in favor of the death penalty. Like, he thinks Woody knocked Buzz out of the window, and he's like, "Get him!" And I was like, "Dude, that's your homie right there. You can't just listen to his side for a minute." And he's like throwing him out of the back of a moving truck. I was like, "Did nobody look to see that Buzz is on RC?" So I'm like, man. So I'm like, Potato Head would have been a terrible leader of the room. He was an autocrat.
No, he definitely was. He just wanted to be more equal. The other thing I wanted to ask is, does your kid know about, like, what's the red thing with the the viewfinder thing?
He does not know about that.
Cece knows about it because Jake got one time for Christmas and we still had it. So, like, those kinds of things, like, I was wondering, like, Cece knows about a Slinky, but, like...
Not only that, he doesn't know about a piggy bank because he doesn't know about coins. He's never seen money.
Yeah,
like, he's... Like, the only time he sees money is if my parents come to visit and my dad hands him metal circles and he throws them in the water. He has no idea that you can exchange that for goods and services.
Yeah, he doesn't realize it's money.
Like, he found a quarter. He's like, "Look, I found a coin." And then, like, we watched like this trash truck show on Netflix, and he like went to a little like gumball machine and like twisted it and got a little prize.
Yeah.
He's like, "Let's take it and get a prize." I was like, "All right, let me do some research about where the hell we can spend a quarter." And I found out some places we could go, and so we go to the mall and we go walking past all the freaking cell phone booths and like whatever. And I'm like, "Here, look, there's all these. Some of them have candy, some of them have like little prizes."
Yeah.
And he's like, puts his thing in there, he tries to turn it, nothing happens. 75 cents. They're 75 cents.
Holy shit. What, did you get a watch? Like, what's the prize?
No. So that was a great thing. I procured 2 more quarters, and I talked him through it, and then he like twisted there was like one that was like treasures, like random treasures, little tiny, like smaller than a golf ball, crappy little janky plastic things.
Yeah.
He turns it, the thing pops out, he grabs it, and it's a little green dinosaur in a little plastic case. He's like,
"Yeah,
I don't want this.
I want a different one."
Like, yeah, you just learned a valuable lesson about why this is dumb.
This is so dumb. Did it come in the little like Jetsons clear plastic bubble?
It did, but it's tiny.
Oh, nice.
But then, like 20 minutes later, he decided he actually loved it, and he's been looking for coins ever since to go back and get more. But yeah,
but like,
he didn't know even what like metal circles were as far as money is concerned.
That's freaking great.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I was reading about piggy bank.
No, dude, I was reading about the Toy Stories, like bringing in the toys. Like some of these toys were no longer in production. Like Slinky, they don't make that anymore, and so they had to like design it for the movie. Because then they were trying to do toy tie-ins. And they're like, some of this shit we still make, and some of this shit we don't make anymore.
We don't make it at all. You're right.
Yeah.
Does he have a Slinky? Has he played with a Slinky before?
No, but he does have a Mr. Potato Head, which he's a big fan of.
Nice. Mine's Darth Vader Potato Head. I don't know where I got it, but it's
Nice.
great. Yeah. Yeah, good characters. What about director John Lasseter?
John Lasseter is one of the so he was the chief creative officer at Pixar when it was like him and Steve Jobs and like 6 more people.
Yeah.
And they were working on short stories. They were working on shorts, short films. He won an Academy Award in like the 80s for one of the animated shorts.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to start doing features, and they were like, let's partner up with Disney because we don't have the money. And
Right.
Disney's like, we don't, like, if Disney makes a movie, we make a movie here. Like, you don't get to say like a Disney movie over at your house.
Right. Right. I made.
But Disney really wanted to work with John Lasseter, and so they eventually ended up making it work. He's involved in the story, and he's doing the direction, and he's the Pixar guy. But then they hired a whole bunch of different writers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't he? Didn't he like animate in one of the movies early? Oh man, I want to say I can't remember where I read it. Fox and the Hound, maybe, or
Well, he worked as an
Rescuers?
animator for Disney.
Disney. Yeah,
But then he got fired from Disney Animation because he was trying to tell them, like, hey, if we do computer animation, it's going to be the way of the future. And they're like, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. And then he went away and won an Academy Award and started Pixar. And they're like, hey, we changed our mind. Please come back.
We went back in. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Toy Story, Bug's Life, Toy Story 2. He does all of those. He directs all of those. He directs Cars and Cars 2.
Yeah. Or as we call it around here, Doc Hollywood.
Dude, he's pretty got his hands in a lot of stuff. Executive producer on almost all the rest of the Pixar stuff, Monsters Inc. and Finding Nemo, Increíbles, Ratatouille, WALL-E, stuff like that.
Speaking of his hands in a lot of stuff, he took a 6-month leave of absence in 2017 because he had been accused of sexual misconduct by a handful of employees over multiple years.
Handful, that's a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't say specific. It just says alleged sexual misconduct towards multiple employees over a number of years that included grabbing, kissing, and making comments about physical attributes.
Nice. Don't look like you don't like it, Jiggles.
The behavior was alleged to have been so well known that, according to Variety, at various times Pixar had minders who were tasked with reining in his impulses.
Good Lord.
So, if you're curious what it's like being around a powerful white man, it's not that much fun.
Do you remember that Malibu Stacy episode where Malibu Stacy said some crazy stuff and Lisa wanted to go in and fix it on The Simpsons? And then the guy was like, hey there, Jiggles, don't act like you don't like it. Back them beautiful buns in here. Let's have this meeting. That's what all of it's like, apparently. Once you hit a certain level of power and money, it seems to be the way to go.
Yeah, dude.
A few writers here, Joss Whedon, Joel Cohen, Andrew Stanton, all of these guys. There was another guy that I didn't remember. Sokolow? Alex Sokolow. I never heard of him. But the other guys I've heard of.
He did like Money Talks and Cheaper by the Dozen. He works with Joel Cohen, I think, as a writing partner.
Money Talks. Same time, man. I don't know you.
Same time, man. I don't know you.
Oh, man.
I hit people with that all the time. They don't know what I'm talking about.
Nobody knows what that's from. Yeah, dude. We've already talked about Joss Whedon numerous times on here. How he like punches up movies and fixes them.
Yeah,
and does the magic. He's killer. He does a lot of stuff.
He's good at stuff. Also, not nice to people. Apparently, got a lot of accusations floating around him. I don't know. I mean, I guess we should just probably start saying when someone who's done a bunch of great things professionally isn't actually a jerk who sexually harasses people. Because so far it seems like kind of everyone. Tom Hanks, noted not jerk, is not sexually harassing anybody.
Although he does like typewriters, and that's weird.
It is weird.
But he can have it. He's Tom Hanks.
It could have been way worse.
It could have been.
There was a bunch of production stuff and like casting what ifs I thought maybe we'd hit here.
Yeah,
so the production thing was like, so they had this incident during production that was called Black Friday. So they screened like the first half of the movie for Disney people 2 years before it's released in '93.
Yeah.
And they said it was so bad that Disney's head of features, Peter Schneider, just like shut down production.
Yeah.
And then Disney was asking why everything was so bad, and then the Pixar guy was like, because it's not the movie they wanted to make anymore. You guys are trying to make him make a different movie than he wants to make, and it's not good because it's not the movie he wanted to make.
Right.
And then so John Lasseter's like his story was filled with unhappy, mean characters, and so they sent the movie back to Pixar for rewrites, and they just took the animators and they just worked on commercials while the writers worked on a new script.
That was a good
But that
call.
took like 3 months, and I think that was when Joss Whedon came in. But like
that was.
it's just another moment where this thing almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then all the computer animation stuff, it said like it took 800,000 machine hours, and they could render 30 seconds of the movie a day. That's how much. And they were like renting freaking like huge like computers to do this.
I wonder what the electric bill would have been, because those are like filling up a room with computers. That's crazy.
So, but then I was trying to find the casting stuff, especially the people that read for Buzz. It was
No, there's a ton. I saw that list.
Yeah. Oh wait, so first it's the Tom Hanks. So they considered Paul Newman, who eventually ends up doing Cars. They considered Robin Williams and Clint Eastwood, but John Lasseter always wanted it to be Tom Hanks, and they did the thing that they didn't used to do that now they do all the time, which is like if you want an actor to play an animated role, you take something of his that already exists and you animate that.
And didn't they do A League of Their Own? Is that
no? They animated Turner and Hooch, but they did say they specifically liked like his character in A League of Their Own. Because like even when he's like a jerk, you still like him.
Still lovable, right?
Yeah,
I remember reading about them animating something. That's cool. That's a good way to see if it would work. Yeah, that's freaking great.
Well, they did and they wanted Billy Crystal to do Buzz, and they animated something from When Harry Met Sally.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
Is that still out there? I gotta go find those. I wonder if I can.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even available like in the world, but I'm super interested. But then they also talked to Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, Jim Carrey, Jason Alexander, Dan Aykroyd, Matthew Broderick, Kevin Costner, Michael J. Fox, Richard Gere, David Hasselhoff, Michael Keaton, Wayne Knight, Bill Paxton, Dennis Quaid, Kurt Russell, Adam Sandler, John Travolta.
Dang.
That's the list of names they considered for Buzz.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think I just found the Billy Crystal.
Nice. That's awesome.
Oh man, you can find it. Just look it up. You would love it.
All right, I'm gonna check that out.
It's
one
Buzz.
casting. What if I actually think is really interesting is before they cast Wallace Shawn as Rex, they considered Rick Moranis.
Oh, that would have been, dude.
And
Those
this is
guys
during
are
the
pretty,
time when he's not acting, but Rick Moranis is like a can't miss for me.
Same, but I can see like Wallace Shawn and Rick Moranis playing the same type of.
Yeah, man.
Like I could. Oh man, that's great. Either one of those guys would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, good stuff. Any other good?
The only other thing I found that I thought was interesting was that Pixar, Steve Jobs is doing Pixar, John Lasseter's the creative officer, and they're like basically hemorrhaging money. They've not made anything that's made any money, and so this movie is their chance to either make money or Steve Jobs is thinking about selling the company to like Hallmark or somebody just for the animation technology.
Yeah.
And like the movie, the pre-production and production takes years, and there's all these rewrites and there's shutdowns and there's firings and there's like he's like, dude, I think we might be screwed. We might just have to sell this thing. But then by the time they get to where they're looking at rough cuts, he starts to go, I actually think this movie's going to do really well. And so Steve Jobs decided to do the Pixar IPO the week after Toy Story releases. And he's like, if the movie does well, the IPO will go well.
Right.
Movie opens huge. Mm-hmm. And then the IPO makes so much money that it gets a $1.5 billion valuation. Pixar does. It makes Steve Jobs a billionaire for the first time.
That's crazy.
Like that bet on Toy Story and Pixar the week after the movie releases.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I'm almost never a fan of billionaires, and I'm not in favor of billionaires in general as a thing that exists. Yeah. But I thought that was an interesting bit of trivia.
Yeah, no, that's cool how he bet on it, and he knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because Randy Newman sang the songs. How do you feel? Like, I like Randy Newman, but I don't like all of Randy Newman.
I think Randy Newman is like Lori Petty. because I was watching League of Their Own again, because why
Yeah.
not? And I was like, man, if you get Lori Petty in the right thing, she's awesome. But you don't want her in everything.
No.
I'm like, Randy Newman, you got to pick and choose your moments. He's perfect for this. But if you go like, dude, Randy Newman's playing a 2-hour set, you want to go? I'm like, no.
Unless
No,
it's
I do
2
not.
hours of short people, then I'm short people got. I can see why people don't like him, but I think he killed it in this.
He's great in this. And then my other favorite Randy Newman moment, which is how you can tell I'm not a real fan, is him on Family Guy.
Yeah, take a bite. No, wait. Wipe
Rub
it on, the
your
shirt. I like how they went full Randy Newman too. They're like, rub it on a shirt. That's great.
Yeah,
I did
but
see
this-
him in concert at Jazz Fest. He wasn't that bad, but he did a lot of covers.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not saying Randy Newman's bad. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of like when people are like,
doing the score.
hey, dude, In Vogue's coming to town. They're going to play 90 minutes. You want to see that? I'm like, no. Can I pick 5 songs?
I know 4 songs I like.
Yeah.
3 of them I could skip.
I only know 3 REM songs, and guess what? I don't like 2 of them. I'm not cool.
Eek, eek, it's my turn. Let's go.
I don't have any worst.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just want to mention it's still creepy when the baby head spider thing comes crawling out. Creepy.
Super creepy.
Super creepy. Did you have old tech? I saw a corded phone. I hadn't seen one of those in a while. I wanted to mention that.
Corded phone. I mean, some of the toys themselves are old tech.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of
Etch-a-Sketches.
like,
Your
the
kid has an
Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch? Does he have
What's
an
that?
Etch-a-Sketch?
No,
Does Wolf have one? No.
he does not. He's never seen one. I was trying to think about like, because I have a kid that's growing up. I'm like, is his childhood gonna be like this, where he just takes toys and like cardboard boxes and like makes up scenes and like does that? It kind of is now because he has no
Right.
digital device
Right,
or
right.
access to TV,
Yeah.
other than when we like watch something with him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, by the time Toy Story 2 comes around and they're playing like a Super NES, I'm like, when gaming systems get into the mix, his life is going to start to diverge from the Toy Story, from Andy's life pretty rapidly.
But that's there's a whole it's a Christmas Toy Story that Time Forgot or something. It's a short that they made for Christmas. And it's about like playing with the toys or playing video games. That's freaking great.
But yeah, so that's kind of some old
tough
tech is
choice.
like childhood from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like Sid in the
every time
backyard, like
before.
Sid's ordering a freaking explosives. They get delivered to his house. His room is full of tools and vices and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Sid's creepy.
Yeah. All right, 5 questions. Is it okay for kids? Yes.
Except for those mutant toys at the end. I'd like to reiterate because that is it's just the music and the whole part's
dude.
creepy. But
Super
yes, it's
creepy.
rated G. It's rated G.
And Wolf, from age like 2.5 on, has loved this movie.
Of course, everybody does.
Would it get made if it were pitched now? They are working on number 5. So
Yeah,
yes,
they're gonna make more as long as all these guys are still alive. They'll make more. Because even Jim Varney's not with us, but Slinky Dog's still in there because they got the guy likes to see homos naked. Okay, what's that guy's name? The homo you make it. That guy.
Yeah, the Adam Sandler guy that's always in those movies.
Yeah.
Dude. I think because I've been saying like Toy Story is great. Toy Story 2 is one of the best movies ever made, and Toy Story 3 and 4 they're fine. But having watched all of them again recently, I'm like, dude, even Toy Story 3 and 4 are better than I gave them credit for. I just didn't
3
watch
is
them when
really
I was a kid.
good. 4 I haven't seen, but like once or twice. But dude, number 3 is still good too.
Yeah.
Like it's really good.
So like they're
dude,
still doing really high quality Toy Story sequels, and they're not as impactful to me because I'm no longer a kid, but they're still great.
and they look a whole lot better too. Like
Dude,
you can tell they're getting.
We
so
watched Toy Story in theaters and then came home and turned on Toy Story 4 like before Wolf went to bed, and I was like, dude, the animation. I mean, it's
so much
almost
better.
30 years. It's like it's incredible
So
how
much
much has
better.
happened.
Yeah,
Movie or TV show? Movies.
yeah, it's got to be movies. Although I do like the shorts.
I'm gonna check them out. I didn't know there were that many of them, but I'm gonna get in on those.
Dude, does your kid like bath time? Show him Partysaurus Rex.
Well,
It's
we
got
have like some Toy
Mr.
Story
Parker.
books, and on the back of the books they'll say like, "Here's some other books you might like," and one of them is Partysaurus Rex. I thought that was just like a book, But Wolf will just, if it's something he doesn't have, he'll just be like, "Can we get that?" And I'm like, "Just take it easy, like get a job." So I knew that existed, but I didn't realize it was a short. I'm gonna definitely check that out.
The one about Hawaii, the one about Partysaurus Rex, and dude, there is one where tiny little Buzz comes home because she takes him and he's a toy in a Happy Meal. Oh my god, you gotta watch him.
Yeah, I got him already lined up.
What did you recast anything, dude? How do you recast this?
I can't recast a movie they're still making with the original cast. I'm not even gonna attempt.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with anybody. Who played Buzz in the Lightyear movie? Was that Chris Evans?
It was Chris Evans.
Yeah, I don't want him.
Yeah,
dude, I don't want that.
Tim Allen still out there doing work.
Yeah, he's doing it. Yeah. So can you still watch and enjoy this movie in 2025?
Yeah, man, it's amazing. It's incredible.
It's freaking timeless,
Yeah.
heartfelt. It's funny. It's way good. The animation shows its age, just like we talked about. But man.
It does, but it's not like, because I watched the I was mentioning in Discord because I was talking with Discord people about Quick and the Dead versus Spider-Man. Sam Raimi. They're like, I was trying to see if they like all the crash zooms and smash cuts were in Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and the animation in Spider-Man, which is from 2001, the CGI there is much more noticeably dated than Toy Story from like 7 years prior to that, because the whole thing's animated. And Spider-Man, it's like live action, but then there's an animated Spider-Man climbing up a wall. I'm like, that looks like a video game now.
Yeah.
So like it is dated, but like it actually still looks great. It's like the original Star Wars trilogy because it's done like it's a lot of it's practical effects. Like you can tell like this like shit still looks amazing. And the prequels from 2001, it's like that doesn't look that great anymore.
Yeah, it looks bad. Yeah, I'm with you.
Where can you find it? It's Disney, so it's on
Plus.
Disney Plus, and you cannot find it anywhere else. Dude, I can't remember. What did we say? What were we looking at for our next episode?
Did we say?
We didn't, but last week we were talking about a couple of. We had a couple ideas.
I'm down for literally whatever you want. I like. Did we decide we were gonna do like 7 and movies like that? Or you want to hold out and do that one during Halloween? Because that one's kind of freaky.
7 is kind of freaky. I don't like it that much, but I think it's an important enough movie that we probably should do it. I'm trying to think. There's a couple that aren't high on the list. But, like, dude, we have to figure out, like, are we going to do, like, Ace Ventura When Nature Calls? Because I really like that movie, but we're going to run out of time.
Yeah. I'm with you. I love that movie also. That's number 13 by gross on the year, so... It's a pretty big movie. Like
Showgirls is in 95. I don't care about that one. If we were doing this full time, we were doing 50 movies, we'd hit that one.
Yeah. Desperado's in there. Leaving Las Vegas. I know. Both of this. Virtuosity, like we talked about last time.
Virtuosity.
With, what's his name?
Yeah.
House Guest.
Russell Crowe. Dude, Casino is like...
Casino's
super long, but it's like De Niro, Sharon Stone, Joe Pesci, directed by Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, we can do Casino. If you want to do Casino, let's do it.
We'll talk about it offline. We'll let you guys know.
To be determined.
We got some deciding to do.
Yeah. What else? Anything else about Toy Story?
Negatory.
Nice. Slotted pig.
Standard issue.
Yeah. Vaya con Dios.
All right. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. See you in 2 weeks. Vaya con Dios.
Yeah. Vaya con Dios.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review. And remember, don't drive angry.